got a visitor. Can you see us both if you're right here?
Yeah, should be able to. Check, check, check. All right, mic's working. Oop. And I push record. Yep.
All right, start over.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Take two. And I am going to put this in the videos. Well, hello, guys. Welcome back to the Jack Homestead. I'm Mr. Jack,
Mrs. Jack.
and we're going to talk about the positive things that happened in 2021.
No.
Oh, no, my bad.
Cut.
Cut.
Christopher. He just smashed right into the
I
table.
know I did.
I can't see.
Come on, Theo. Theo. All right, anyway. Okay, ready?
Hey, everybody.
No. Take three. Welcome back to the Jack Homestead. My name's Mr. Jack,
And I'm Mrs. Jack.
and we're going to talk about the positive things that happened in 2022.
All the successes on the homestead.
Yep, all the successes.
This is going to be a two-part video. This video is just going to be on the positives and the success, and then the second part will be on our failures and what you should expect to see in 2023.
So we're going to start out. Actually, what I'm going to talk about is the Sugar Shack. I started that in. Actually, it was in 2021 when I started building that in October. Finished it up in
beginning of January.
Yeah, January of 2022, and I used it for the first time, and you should be able to see it. It might right over there for the 2022 maple syrup season. And
we will insert some pictures.
Yeah, we'll put some pictures in.
Mr. Jack did a really good job.
Yeah, did a good job. We ended up with, I want to say, almost 20 gallons of syrup. Actually, we just used the last bit of it here for Christmas.
Yep.
On our Christmas ham.
On ham, and I made cookies, Christmas cookies.
Yeah, and oh, they were phenomenal. They were good. They were really good. And we had
breakfast with it.
And
but that is a huge accomplishment on this homestead, because that is one of the big things that we do on the homestead is maple syrup. Mr. Jack has been doing it for a couple of years, so now that he has his own sugar shack and he's out of the elements when he's making it, hopefully it'll just become more successful for him.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to get family members involved in it this year.
And it is, right now, it's the beginning of January 2023. And Mr. Jack is itching to go tap the trees.
Yeah, I'm going to do a couple test taps. The long range weather that I was looking at for our area, if it's right, it'd be perfect. And I should be able to get sap all the way up to maybe the middle of April, the way that the long range temperatures are. So, further ado, what else did
Mr. Jack also built me a new hen house that you could probably see
right there, guys.
Looks sort of similar to the Sugar Shack. It has been a blessing because I got 12 new chickens. I believe it was 12.
Yes.
I got new chickens this year, and we needed egg layers, and we needed more room for them. So now all of our chickens, we are down to a total of 10, and I will explain all of that partially in this video and partially in the failures. But we are down to 10 egg layers. So we definitely needed the room. So now the old coop that Mr. Jack had made, we use as our hospital coop if somebody's sick, or when we have new ones and we are trying to integrate them into the flock. So that was a huge success that Mr. Jack did.
Built that over the summer.
And
just so you know, the Sugar Shack and the hen house is all made out of pallets and recycled material. Um, I mean, 90% of it. I mean, I had to pay for the screws and the Sugar Shack roof. I had to buy the tin for that. But other than that, everything else was either recycled or lumber was given to me for free from jobs that were had scrap left over.
So if anybody watches us, I'm sure you've heard us say this, but one of our goals in life is just to be more self-sufficient. Um, so, um, well, the maple syrup, of course, Mr. Jack makes, but adding those chickens has increased our egg production. So, not only we have not needed to buy eggs in well over a year, but we are trying to provide our family and our neighbors with eggs also. Um, I don't usually charge them. We do have some neighbors that like to pay anyway, which is very nice. It helps with the feed costs and stuff. But our main goal is just to be self sufficient.
right.
So adding those chickens, that's what that was for.
Yeah.
I did get 2 new ducks this year, which also adds to our egg production because we get eggs from the ducks also. My brother in law, his brother Jeff, is a huge fan of duck eggs. So we give a lot of our duck eggs to him. He really likes them.
Yeah. So with the egg production to where we didn't have to buy eggs because of the economy, that leads up to the next thing, which is our garden.
Well, no, actually, before you start talking about the garden, we did a huge
Oh
accomplishment
yeah,
this
yes,
year.
yes. We
Um,
finally bought our first tractor.
That's not what I was
Oh,
gonna say.
oh,
But
well,
can you tell that's one of
yeah,
Mr.
that's
Jack's
yeah,
favorite things?
yeah. That's about it. It helps out immensely. I start
All right,
first,
so we will talk about the tractor because that's his
and
baby.
then I just ruined her parade there. Sorry.
That's okay because I know we were going to talk about the
Yeah.
tractor, but that's
So
not where I was headed. Mr. Jack got a new
yeah,
tractor.
we
He can tell you all about it, but before he does,
yeah, well,
it has been a huge help to the homestead as far as with my gardening, with our driveway, with we had some projects that had to be done as far as our septic line. So that got dug up with help from his brother.
yeah.
But he has done a lot of things around the homestead with that tractor. It was desperately needed, but I will let him tell you
Yeah,
about
we'll
his
talk about
baby.
that. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's okay.
So, so what was it other than the
No, you
garden?
ain't gonna tell them what kind of
Oh yeah,
tractor you
okay, the
got.
tractor. We ended up getting a Mahindra, and I can't remember if it's uh hydrostatic transmission 20 series tractor. It's a small tractor. It's perfect for what we need.
Mhm.
We don't need anything bigger,
And cuts the grass
and
with
it's
it. That
yeah,
was another main
yeah.
thing
That's
because our tractor
our
was
lawn
handed
garden
down
to us.
from his dad, and it wasn't working very well. And um, last year it worked fine because we only cut the top of our property because we were renting. But we are now officially
Legally homeowners.
homeowners of our property. We
Yep.
bought it in 2022.
Nope.
No,
2021,
2021,
December 23rd.
2 days before
Yep.
Christmas.
Awesome
So
Christmas present.
this past summer, 2022, Mr. Jack had to cut our entire property, which is a little over 10 acres. So the
Right.
tractor came in handy.
There's probably maybe 5 to 6 acres of grass I have to cut.
Oh, Theo
But
wants to be,
yeah, here's Mr. Theo,
he wants to be in the shot.
and
So
anyway,
what I was going to say was
yeah,
a huge just to me it's amazing that we did this, and to me it feels like the biggest accomplishment that we did on this property. We raised 50 meat birds
yep,
this year.
our meat birds.
We did 25 at a time. We did 25 Cornish cross chickens. 8 weeks they got butchered, And then we did 12 weeks or 14 weeks?
We did the 12 weeks on the Red
12
Rangers
weeks of Red Ranger chickens. So we ended up with 50 birds, chicken,
with a
to put
total,
in
yeah.
the freezer.
So the Red Rangers were 136 pounds of meat, and the Cornish Cross was, I think it was like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So we still have chicken, even
So
though we've
yeah,
been giving out.
we had stocked our freezer with chicken, and gave a bunch away to friends and family. So again, that went towards our goal of being self-sufficient. Um, Mr. Jack and I also each got we hunt, and we both got a deer this year.
Yeah,
So
so we
there's two
harvested.
deer in the freezer too. So that adds to the being self-sufficient.
Yeah, yeah.
And we did all the deer meat ourselves.
Yeah, we butcher it ourselves.
If you watch our videos, the chickens, we did take them to a processor just because
Yep.
it was easy, quick, and inexpensive.
Yep.
But in the future, maybe if we get the equipment, we may do them ourselves.
Yep.
So to me, that was a huge accomplishment, raising our own meat. Now, to add to that, Mr. Jack built a chicken tractor
For the
that we
meat
kept
birds.
our meat birds in.
Yep.
What we did was, we put them out front. We knew we did, that's another thing we'll talk about, is the garden, but we were going to be expanding the garden again. So we put the chicken tractor on the area where we were going to be growing our garden so they could fertilize the ground for us. And it was excellent.
Yeah, it worked good.
We moved them every day. They were moved. We raised very healthy birds. The butcher told us they looked really good. We didn't have any, problems with them. So we are going to do that again, but that'll be in another video.
The chicken tractor.
But the chicken tractor, Mr. Jack made.
Yeah, which we made is the.
And we'll put a picture in of it.
Is the Joe Saliston, I guess his name is, his type. It's just probably 8 to 10 foot long, 8 foot wide with a flat roof on it, and chicken wire with a frame, chicken wire, and then you just lift. It's got a hinge door on the top where I feed and water the birds. But that'll be in the upcoming video on what to look forward to on our homestead, what we're looking forward to.
And as far as the meat birds, we did also expand the garden last year. Do you know approximately how much we had expanded the garden by any chance?
Probably another 100 by maybe 30 foot, so that'd be 1,300 square feet.
Yeah, which we did phenomenal.
And I'll try to get a picture of that and put in here.
Yes, I have pictures of the expanded part of the garden. In that expanded part of the garden, we grew quite a few things. And I would say we had a really good harvest.
Yes.
Every year as a gardener, you fail at some things, and then other things, it's just incredible. So just to name a couple of the things that I was super excited over, we had the biggest potato harvest we ever had, and that was in our new expanded garden. We did it in the ground, or not in the ground, with straw, which it was incredible. I was amazed at how many potatoes we got.
For this harvest, because we've grown potatoes before in the past, and we might have got maybe 10, 15 pounds. This time we got about 50 pounds of
I will insert a picture. We filled up our wheelbarrow. It was so good.
That was the first round, but we'll talk about the second round in the
next video. We also, in the new expanded garden, got more corn than we have ever gotten out of our garden. So we're super excited that we achieved that. We grew some things that we were not successful for in the past. I grew my first cabbage that I was unable to grow before. broccoli, I did phenomenal with broccoli, and I
Yeah.
never grew broccoli before.
Yeah.
I had my biggest harvest out of my garden this past year was beans.
Green beans and
I had green beans, dragon tongue beans, and Chinese noodle beans. I think I'm forgetting something else. Didn't I have another bean? I can't remember.
you had
But
3
I
purple beans.
the purple bean. Oh yeah, the purple green beans. I didn't care for them.
Yeah, those
We're
were.
not going to do them again.
Yeah.
But I canned so many beans. It is unbelievable. My pantry is filled with jars of green beans.
Yeah. Which is
So
good. That's
yes,
what we
because
want.
we love green
Yeah.
beans. I really like them fresh, but it was just every day I went out there, I was coming in with like just tons of beans.
It was
It
awesome.
was crazy.
Yep. Nothing
Um,
like fresh green beans out of
yep.
the garden.
So we did really good in
Yeah.
the garden. We made out really good.
And
Also, I last year, which is going to be another goal for me. I started flowers last year.
right.
Um, Out front, Mr. Jack made me a couple of flower beds, and I did really well. But the problem is the chickens got into everything. So a lot of stuff it didn't work out because the chickens ate it, but I still want to say it was successful because I never grew flowers like that before. And I would go out there and I would cut flowers, and I had fresh flowers in the house, constantly throughout the summer. I would put flowers in vases in the house, and I love flowers. So to me it was a success, and it was the first time that we did that.
Yeah.
And speaking of garden, for the very first time in 2022, I started a lot of my stuff from seed before I planted it in the ground. And I was very successful at the stuff that I did plant from seed. Um, so I will definitely seed start this year again.
Yes.
Because that seemed
Yes.
to work out good
And
for me.
Yeah. Speaking of flowers, our sunflowers were
Oh,
phenomenal
yeah.
this year.
Yes.
She had got these giant, I guess, giant
Mammoth
mammoth, and
sunflowers.
they were. I'll put pictures in there. They
Yeah.
were well over 10 foot tall. They were as
Yep.
big as round as a car tire. It was
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
So
And I did more canning and preserving than I ever have. And just to expand on that, the reason why I was successful at that is myself and Mr. Jack got a couple of things, appliances that really helped us out as far as preserving and canning.
yes.
I got a dehydrator.
Yep.
So I was able to do a lot of herbs and dehydrate a lot of things. I got Mr.
Food
Jack a huge roaster.
from me. Got it for you.
No, I bought you the roaster, silly. You
No.
bought me the dehydrator.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
But anyway, we got those. We also had the
But
food processor.
yes, the food processor. But the roaster was really came in handy as far as canning, because that's where I did all my broth. We make a lot of our own broth. That's something that we haven't had to buy in a really long time too. Um,
And
uh,
our tomatoes we did in there. Some
yes,
of the
tomatoes.
and pizza sauces.
Yes,
and stuff like
onions.
that.
I did.
Yep.
So.
Oh, and we did. Oh no, we didn't do potatoes in that.
No,
My
no.
bad.
But I was very successful
Yeah.
using our new appliances.
Yeah.
So that was a big, huge
Yeah.
thing.
She talked about
Mr. Jack and his brother Jeff, another huge success. They put in a water line, from our well over to my garden. So I am so excited for garden season this year,
yes,
that I won't have to be running hoses all over the property.
Yep.
So now I have a water source that's going to be right in the garden, which I'm super grateful and excited for. What are some other things?
Oh, our Ford Explorer
Oh yeah.
unexpectedly had some mechanical issues with a timing issue. and it would have cost us thousands of dollars just to buy the parts and the kit for it. That doesn't include the labor, and so we ended up getting a pickup truck. We got a Ford F-150.
And the reason why we're mentioning that,
Yeah, because that's new. That's new, and we've
well,
needed a truck
right,
because
I was
we
just gonna
use
say it's part of the homestead. Mr. Jack, when he goes to pick up our straw and feed and everything, he was putting it in the back of my vehicle or
yeah,
our
yeah.
vehicle, and the whole thing would stink so bad
Well, it
when we
wouldn't.
would get in it, and it was dirty. And
Yeah, just the hay getting in
so
there, so we had to clean that out.
having a
So
truck for the homestead now is a huge accomplishment
yes,
because
that's it.
now we can put everything in the back of the
Yep.
pickup, and so that's another
We've needed
bonus.
that, and we bet we the when we bought the truck, we looked for. I think we looked at 20 trucks between our area and our neighboring area, the New York State area, and we ended up with this truck that we got. This Ford. I've had Fords. I'm not a picky guy on what brand of vehicles to get, Dodge, whatever. I buy what comes up as used vehicles, whatever I can, what we can afford and what I think is going to last us for a while. The Ford that we bought, it only had 4,900 and no 6,900, right?
Yeah.
6,913 miles when we bought it for 2019. That's incredible. But we waited and to test drive other vehicles, and for the price that we paid for that with the other vehicles that had 50, 60, thousand miles on it for the same price, and uh, it came down to that truck, and we ended up buying it. Plus, that truck's factory warranty was still in effect till April of this year, and we did get the extended warranty on that. Yeah, other than that,
So
then
yeah, that is pretty much all of our successes that we had this year.
no, our
I
other,
want to say that it has been, this year is officially 1 year of me being home as a full-time homesteader.
which is awesome. It works out
Um,
great.
you
And
know, it was hard when we were both working and trying to like take care of all the animals and um just the garden and preserving and just getting everything done, because by the time you're both home from work, you're tired, you're exhausted, and we would get those things done, but then everything around the house would fall short. So now I'm able to do all of my regular house chores, vacuum, tables, all that kind of stuff, along with all of the homesteading chores, canning and preserving. So it's, to me, it's been a blessing, and I thank God for Mr. Jack because he keeps us going financially. It does get hard sometimes. It's expensive to do everything that we do, but in the long run, we save money. But the upfront fees have been expensive.
yeah,
I'm sure over the next couple of years we'll really reap the benefits of it because all our structures will be in place.
yeah, everything will be in
And then we
place,
just have to maintain it from that point on.
right,
But being that we've only owned the house for a year, we're just getting things done now.
right.
So it's
Oh, and
been tough.
we forgot, we did remodel the the
Bathroom.
bathroom.
Well, I was going to say, I wasn't really going to talk about inside stuff, basically like the outside homesteading stuff, but we have gotten a lot accomplished in our house. We remodeled from top to bottom a bathroom. We did
Backsplash.
work in our kitchen, got all new
Yeah,
appliances in the kitchen and
oh,
put in a new backsplash. Um,
working
we're
on
painting. We painted our whole bedroom, redid our bedroom.
living room.
We painted the living room, and
That's still
then
under
that's
construction
still
though.
under construction because our truck had died and we were going through all of that in the middle of us doing that. So we
Yeah,
have to finish that. But
yeah,
we did get a lot of things accomplished in the house. Um, And like I said, the septic and things like that, I
Yeah.
just wasn't going to talk about that because I just thought you wouldn't care.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But I feel like it was a very successful
yeah, it was
year.
a very good year.
And hopefully next year will be even better.
Yeah.
But we're gonna wrap this video up.
Yeah.
But we will post pictures of everything that we talked about so you can see what we're talking about. And then we'll do another video about our failures and what we learned and what we're going to do to improve for 2023 and all of the things that we're looking forward to doing in
Yeah. And we got
2023.
some surprises on that for you guys. I mean,
Yes.
we talked about it in the other ones, but
Yeah.
we'll tell you more about it then.
Yes.
So listen, do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button down there at the bottom. You can get our videos.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Let your friends and family
Yes.
know about us.
And put down a comment. Tell us what your uh year was for last year, your biggest accomplishment, and then
And anything you would
anything
like to
you
see us do
yeah,
here on the
and
homestead,
that
we'll
helps.
let you know whether we will or we won't.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, if you comment, it helps our channel out with all the YouTube algorithm thingies and stuff. I'm up. We're up to 70, 79 subscribers. So if you guys got friends, let them know about our channel. Tell them to check it out.
We also have Facebook, the Jack Homestead Facebook page, and we have the Jack Homestead Instagram. So
Yeah, and
check
check
those
those
out
out.
too.
And I'm not a guru on the videoing, like I said before, and on my other videos around the computer stuff. We're still working on that. We are going to get merch, um, and see how far that goes. So, like I said, just give us a thumbs up and share and the notification button and comment. I mean, we would love to hear a comment, even if it's like, you guys are stupid. You can't afford that. As long as it's something. I mean, and it ain't vulgar or disrespectful. So, or ideas that you can give us, or to say, hey, why don't you try to do this? It might help you out. So, or if there's something that you need me to or Mrs. Jack to refine to make it easier to understand on how to do. Again, we're not experts at it. We don't claim to be experts, and we do stuff on the that we learned from you guys on your YouTube channels if you have them, and other channels. So, other than that, listen, you guys have a great day and be safe, and we will talk to you here soon. Show you our upcoming projects and stuff for 2023.
Bless you.
Bless you. Bye bye.